Janet, the city school superintendent, first off, says the 50% number is not correct. But community leaders say that if you're not in class, you're not learning. And if you're not learning, you're probably not graduating. Arena Travert-Linder is board member with the Conea Neighborhood Group in Northeast Rochester.
50% absenteeism and truancy is outrageous.
While acknowledging that kids today have all kinds of distractions, she's not letting parents off the hook.
Because the child leaves home and goes back home, home has to establish a foundation for conduct, for accountability, for responsibility. All of those basics comes from home.
Reverend Marlo Washington visits city schools every Friday and is pastor of Christ Community Church.
You know what the real problem is? I think a lot of them are babies themselves. A lot of mothers are young teenagers where they got issues of morale and morality. As we are seeing the second and third generations now, they're all getting younger and younger and younger.
City School Superintendent Dr. Bohan Vargas spoke to the Rochester Rotary today. Afterwards, he disputed the 50% number and says it's closer to 10%. About 3,000 students miss class on any given day. In kindergarten, he says it's even higher, 16%.
Now, we are going to work very hard with our families to cooperate with them to make sure that the message is clear that we need all our children in school each day if we are going to educate them effectively.
I think that it's our job to work with the district to help them to figure out how we're going to address the flaws. How are we going to deal with this issue, and what can we do to go back into those houses, get those families, and bring them back into schools?
Reverend Washington was one of several community leaders that traveled to Minneapolis in 2006 to study that city's curfew. But a similar curfew that was started later here in Rochester was struck down in the courts, and of course kids out late at night want to sleep in the morning.
So the consultant says 50%, the school superintendent says more like 10%. Where's the disparity there?
Well, we got some clarification from the district, Rich. The deputy superintendent of administration says, quote, on any given day we could have 3,000 to 4,000 students absent on an annual basis. However, 50% of our students could be truant at some time. But the consultant for the district maintains that the system for tracking attendance, the computer system, is really flawed.
Ray Lovato with our report tonight. Thank you.